Namaste, Sitaram. A pleasant good morning. Welcome to Rudraaya. I'm your host, Nisha Sharma, and Rudraaya is being brought to you with the kind compliments of Maharuchadip Mandir. And of course, that Mandir is located at 850 Tapscott Road, Unit 34 in Scarborough, with Tapscott and McNichol being our closest intersection. So we are in the midst of Pitra Paksh, and so I'll be giving you throughout the program today some information on when we will be hosting our prayer, special prayer, for all of you to come join in for this Pitra Paksh session that ends tomorrow. However, we will begin the program with our pravachan by our spiritual leader, Pandit Ravi Sharma. Enjoy.
Prem se bole Shri Romapati Mahadev ki jai. Dear devotees, the age that we are living in, indeed, it is called as Kali Yuga. At the end of the Mahabharata, Yudhishthir was crowned as the king, and so he was ruling Hastinapur righteously after the Kurukshetra war. One day, Bhagavan Krishna visited Hastinapur. Yudhishthira was at the court, and other Pandavas, the other four brothers, they came and started having conversation with Bhagavan Krishna. Krishna indicated that he hopes that everyone indeed is faring well. Whenever Krishna would come, there would be conversations about dharma. And so, Yudhishthira begins to ask of Krishna, now that dharma is dominant, how will Kali Yuga continue to be? Will dharma be sustained? How will the life of people be affected in Kali Yuga without dharma? Arjuna asked of Krishna. Krishna, he smiles. It is not that easy to explain. Better let me demonstrate to you all about the life of people in this Kali Yuga. And saying so, Krishna, he took a bow and he stringed 4 arrows and he shot them in 4 different directions. Now Arjuna and the other Pandavas, go and bring back the arrows to me. It is said that 4 brothers were sent in the 4 directions. Each one of them, they went in the different direction in search of the arrows. When Arjuna, he picked up on the first arrow, he heard a very sweet voice. He heard a cuckoo sing in a charming voice. Mesmerized, he stood listening to the whole song of the cuckoo. When he looked up for the cuckoo, he was shocked to see that the cuckoo singing and at the same time eating the flesh of a live rabbit. The rabbit was crying in agony. He was astounded to see such an act by a divine bird. He left the place wondering why such a divine cuckoo would do something that is so cruel. The next person to reach for the arrow was Bhima. Bhima picked up the arrow where 5 wells were situated. One widespread single well was in the center, surrounded by 4 wells. The 4 wells were overflowing with sweet water, as if they were not able to hold the water. But surprisingly, the big one in the center was completely empty. Puzzled at the sight, Bhima left for the palace. Nakul, who had found an arrow, already while on his return to the palace saw a cow which was about to give birth. He waited to see the cow and the calf's condition after the birth. After giving birth, the cow started licking the calf, but to his surprise, the cow did not stop licking. continued licking even after the calf was clean. With deep difficulty, he was confused, and so Nakul wondered that such a behavior from such a calm animal. He returned towards the palace, pondering on the behavior of the cow. Sahadeva, when he picked up the arrow which fell near a mountain, he saw a big boulder falling. The boulder was fallen or coming with full speed, uncontrollable. It was destroying, crushing everything on its way down. But the boulder was stopped by a small plant along the pathway. Sahadeva was stunned at the sight. The boulder, which crushed big trees and demolished rocks into pieces, was stopped by a small plant. He rushed towards the palace to ask about the reason for such an act. And so the 4 Pandavas returned towards the palace and they explained what they had seen. They sounded surprised, confused, and startled, and asked for explanation from Krishna. Krishna smiles and started explaining towards the Pandavas, Arjuna, what you saw of how the cuckoo itself was singing sweetly, but yet eaten, the rabbit, is a relationship between those who holds high positions in Sanatana Dharma, between the priests and devotees, will happen in Kali Yuga. The priests indeed will have very sweet voice and great knowledge, but they will exploit devotees in the very same way that a cuckoo sings sweetly, but exploited the rabbit. He turns towards Bhim and said, Bhim, what you saw is how wealth will be in Kali Yuga. The poor will live amongst the rich. The rich will have massive amounts of wealth, which will keep increasing and overflowing, but they will not offer even a single penny towards many of the poor ones. They will waste the money for themselves as if they will continue to gain more and more, not sharing it with those who are needed. Just like how the 4 wells were overflowing while the center one was empty. Krishna, he looks at Nakul. Nakul, what you see and how the cow was licking at the calf and not stopping even though blood was oozing from the calf. In Kali Yuga, many parents will be like these cows. They will love their children so much that even this love will destroy their lives, their dreams, and even the future of their children. And Sahadeva, what you saw indeed is how people will live in this Kali Yuga. People will fall in the terms of character. They will come crushing like huge boulders, destroying everything along their pathway. Just like the boulder, they will come crushing, not listening to any type of good advice. They will become unstoppable. They won't follow even the path of Dharma. But when they get to know what they have done is against Dharma, when they realize that all that they have done are selfish acts, then they will call upon God for help. They will be stopped from falling further down like the plant that stopped this boulder. They won't get hurt and they won't be broken into pieces. Hence, just one call upon God's name is like this plant that will help them and hold them from this doom. Just as the small plant saved the boulder from falling further, Similarly also, God's name is like this plant that will stop and help us to achieve our goal. May the blessings of the Lord be upon each and every one of you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi, Harihi Om.
चंचल मन नित ओंकार जपा राम 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 चंचल मन नित ओंकार जपा राम 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 ओंकार जपा चंचल मन नित ओंकार जपा राम राम प्रात समय के सुख दिला में संध्या के पुलकित रचनी में प्रात समय के सुख दिला में संध्या के पुलकित रचनी में रोम रोम से निकला तेरे ओंकार जपा राम 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 चंचल मन नित ओंकार जपा राम 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 गहरा सागर दूते नैया जीवन धरनी ओम की बेया गहरा सागर दूते नैया जीवन धरनी ओम की बेया पार करेंगे ओंकार जपा राम 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 ओंकार जपा चंचल मन नित ओंकार जपा राम 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 चंचल मन नित ओंकार जपा राम राम राम.
My dear viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this morning's pravachan, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the program, we are in the midst of Pitra Paksh, which ends tomorrow, and of course the last day is always the most auspicious day to perform your prayer in remembrance of our dear ancestors who contributed to the lives we live today. So tomorrow morning at the Mandir, if you'd like to join in special prayer to remember your ancestors, we'll be conducting prayer tomorrow morning at the Mandir from 10 a.m. to 11:30. So if you'd like to join, just come join with us. We'll have everything here ready for you. And it is always important to give thanks and to remember our ancestors, which also contributes to the life we have and the life that we will have in the future. So very important. With that in mind, please enjoy the next item.
मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले युग युग प्रकाश पहलाए मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले जुग जुग प्रकाश पहलाए इतना मांगहु भगवाना आए आंधी या तूफाना इतना मांगहु भगवाना आए आंधी या तूफाना ये ज्योति न बुझरे पाए जुग युग प्रकाश पहलाए मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, युग युग प्रकाश पहलाए। मेरो नैनों का ये तारा, मेरा जीवन का उजियारा। मेरे नैनों का ये तारा, मेरा जीवन का उजियारा। मुख कमल खोल मुस्काए, युग युग प्रकाश पहलाए। मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, युग युग प्रकाश पहलाए। मनमोहन मधुर सलोना, मेरा तूत न जाए खिलौना। मनमोहन मधुर सलोना, मेरा तूत न जाए खिलौना। तुम दीन बंधु कहलाए, युग युग प्रकाश पहलाए। मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश पहलाए। मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश पहलाए। जुग जुग प्रकाश पहलाए।
My dear viewers, again, some more information with respect to tomorrow's Pitra Paksh Puja at the Mandir. And it is always good to donate grains during this time as well. We are having a food drive at Maharujit Mandir where we'll be taking your grains to the children's orphanage, home for battered women and children. So it is very, very appropriate to come out to perform the prayer and then to donate these grains to the people in need. It is part of that worship, of that remembrance for our special prayer to the ancestors. So if you are planning to join, please prepare yourself, bring a few grains, and we'll take that grains and we'll donate it to these homes. For now, we'll join our host for the corporate segment, Kamalji from Lotus Funeral Home.
Sitaram and Namaste. My name is Kamal Bardwaj, and I'm the owner of Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center in Toronto and Kitchener Funeral Homes and Crematorium in Kitchener. I am also a licensed funeral director. This is part 3 for the discussion of crowdfunding for a funeral. To ensure your campaign to raise funds for a funeral is successful, you'll need to set aside some time to set it up properly and communicate it. The best campaigns are well written and tell a personal story. Most of your contributions will come from friends, family, and others who have a personal connection with the deceased. You'll need to make sure they are aware of your effort. Social media, emails, and letters can all be used to let people know you need help. Because everyone's circumstance is unique, only you will be able to decide if raising funeral funds through a crowdfunding campaign is right. With a little research, a well-formulated campaign, and a concentrated effort to spread the word, it is likely that you will be able to raise at least some portion of the money needed for creating a special funeral or memorial for someone you care about. At Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center and Kitchener Funeral Homes and Crematorium, we operate 7 days a week and 24 hours a day. Our crematorium is located in our building, so we never have to leave our building in cold or bad weather for cremation. Our crematorium space can have a large group of people to attend the witnessing of the cremation. For Hindu families, we can provide all the puja items, including fresh leaves and a Haven Kund. We have large halls that can accommodate large seatings to smaller ones. We are centrally located for families in the west and for families in the east. For more information, please contact me from the telephone number on the screen. For those who have missed Part 1 and Part 2 of this discussion, please Google or YouTube for Rudraaya TV. Thank you for watching and see you next week on Rudraaya. Sitaram.
Life is beautiful, but death is inevitable. I realized this when my dad passed away. So much pain, and amidst all this, the worry of arranging a funeral. Thankfully, in all this, Kamal stood by me. From the viewing to the cremation, he arranged it all at one location. Once someone is gone, they don't come back. But Lotus Funeral Home knows how to give them a respectable farewell.
Lotus Funeral Home. Life must be celebrated.
O Hanu 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 Matabir Sumiro Mane Narayana Bhajumana Bhajumana Hari Hara Hara Om Sumiro Mane Narayana Bhajumana Hari Hara Hara Om Sumiro Mane Narayana Narayana Hari Narayana Narayana Hari Narayana O Bhajumana O Bhajumana Hari Hare Hare Om Sumiro Mane Narayana Bhajumana O Bhajumana Hari Hare Hare Om Sumiro Mane Narayana Bhajumana Gauri Aur Ganesha Bhajumana Gauri Gauri Ganesha Bhajaman Sati Sangha Shiv O Bhajaman Sati Sangha Shiv Sumiro Mane Narayana Bhajumana Bhajumana Hari Hare Hare Om Sumiro Mane Narayana Bhajumana Hari Hare Hare Om Sumiro Mane Narayana Bhajman Tulasi, Bhajman Chandana, Bhajman Tulasi, Bhajman Chandana, Bhajman Gavana ke Peet, O Bhajman Gavana ke Peet, Sumiro Mane Narayana, Bhajman, Bhajman Hari Hare Hare Om, Sumiro Mane Narayana, Bhajman Hari Hare Hare Om, Sumiro Mane Narayana.
श्री रामायण की हरे रघुवर की श्री रामायण की हरे रघुवर की श्री रामायण की हरे रघुवर की हरे रघुवर गे हरे रघुवर की 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 श्री रामायण की हरे रघुवर की श्री रामायण की हरे रघुवर की जिनके घर जब हो ये रामायण जिनके ये घर जब हो ये रामायण समझे हरि दर्शन की समझे, हरि दर्शन की रामायण की, हरि रघुवर की,
रामायण की, हरि रघुवर की,
श्री रामायण हरि रामायण, प्रभु रामायण हरि रामायण, श्री रामायण की, हरि रघुवर की,
रामायण की, हरि रघुवर की,
हरि रघुवर की, हरि रघुवर की,
हरि रघुवर की, हरि रघुवर की,
श्री रामायण की, हरि रघुवर की,
श्री रामायण की, हरि रघुवर की,
श्री रामायण की, हरि रघुवर की.
Navratri celebrations on Monday, September the 26th, which is this Monday coming. Each night we will be meeting from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the Mandir. Begins on September 26th and ends on October 4th with the Durga Ashtami celebrations on October 2nd, which is a Sunday. So if you'd like to do puja for any one of these sessions, please reach out to us. And of course, it's, you know, the things that you would need for the puja are very simple. And, you know, the idea of celebrating Navratri is to provide you with an opportunity to worship during this time. So for those of you who, you know, your heart is to do a puja, but you don't have the space at home, you don't have the capacity at home, we welcome you to call us, and the Mandir is your home to do that puja. So please feel free to reach out. And if you're not able to, please at least join us for one of these sessions for Navratri. Would like to thank our kind sponsors at Maharudraaya Mandir, as well as our executive producer, Gauri Khan, for making Rudraaya possible. And so until we meet again next week, have a blessed week. Namaste.
वीर हनुमान यति बलवान राम नाम रसिया रे, वीर हनुमान यति बलवान राम नाम रसिया रे, हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे, ओ हो प्रभु मन बसिया रे, वीर हनुमान यति बलवान राम नाम रसिया रे। सीताराम जय सीताराम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम, 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 वीर हनुमान यति बलवान राम नाम रसिया रे, हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे। हे रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम, हे रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम, सीताराम जय सीताराम, सीताराम जय सीताराम, वीरा